in a nutshell, of course, what else would you expect? And a quick breather for some fan service. And a pinch of some casual interest. If none of that bothers you whatsoever, enjoy the shitty review. The premise of Bento is very simplistic and easy to grasp at first sight. What we have here are starving teenagers that brawl it out like the savages they are, all to obtain One Piece. No. Guessed it yet? Maybe this clip may give you a slight hint. So we then have our main character, Yu Sato, a high school freshman that gets beaten to a pulp at first glance. How soon into the show, you ask? Well, about a good 0.00 seconds into the very first episode. After being hospitalized, Sato eventually understands the purpose of these bento fights. Well, after getting his ass handed to him twice. After observing Sato's defeat, the Ice Witch, aka Yarazui, takes Sato under her wing along with Hana, and offers both of them to join the Half Price Association Club. Aside from how brutally each character is thrown across the supermarket, the wolves, as each participant referred to themselves as, have set rules in correspondence to their pride and respect in battle for the half-priced bento. As well as that, each wolf is given a title. As cool as that sounds, the title they receive is voluntarily on their part and given to them by the wolves. Therefore, the titles usually relate to an embarrassing incident or trait that they get associated with their title. The story for Bento is pretty good for a short series of 12 episodes. I particularly like how the fights have meaning to why each wolf waged their pride, honour and hunger. You may be wondering, why the fuck are these guys beating the shit out of each other just to get some half-price bento? Well, like many things in life, it's not worth getting something if it's easily spoon-fed to you. Hence how within the series they put emphasis on how delicious the bento is when you fight for it, whilst enduring the hardship and perseverance to obtain that delicious bite, as nothing makes a man happier than his stomach. As for the comedy aspect, seeing Sato getting abused by Yume countless of times and somehow always ending up naked kind of makes you chuckle how frequently it occurs in the series, especially when Haru catches a glimpse of inspiration for her Boys Love novel. Aside from that, my only complaint was that some of the fan service just got slotted in to stall time from the middle of the episode to the fight. Just to rack in more sales was futile. And for me, it came off as needy just to draw in more sales, whereas we could have had more potential character development and backstory to establish a deep connection with each character. Heck, they even had 2 whole episodes just dedicated to sole fanservice just to get your dicks to use Harden. However, it could have been worse had they implemented the fanservice as a distraction within the battle sequences. Oh wait. Never mind. On the bright side, at least it doesn't dominate the majority of the show, like another certain anime I know of. Indeed! Therefore, I'll be giving this story... We have the main male protagonist, Yu Sato. Your typical nice, abused, perverted high school freshman that always falls into misfortune, with the end result of him being naked. Well, nearly. Then we have Sen Yarazui, the president of the half-priced bento club. She's known to be one of the strongest wolves within the Western District, bearing her title as Ice Witch. The best way to describe her personality is that she's stubborn, calm, and is quite inexpressive, as she's more action than words. We also have Ayame Shaga, an avid gamer with breasts of course, that brings the enthusiasm, erotic, and awkward moments to the show. She's Yo's cousin and often tries to molest him to get what she wants. As for the rest of the cast, we have Hana, who loves writing her yaoi novels, Ume the lesbian has strong affections for Hana and abuses Sato from left and right. Then we have Asabi, whom is cursed with bad luck that spreads to anyone she touches. As for my impressions on the characters, I feel that there were too many character archetypes, which show how the author lacked inspiration and originality when creating these characters. When I had just recently rewatched the series, the characters didn't seem to really pop out for me, as they are a reincarnation of generic characters that we often see from other anime or manga series. As I touched on a little earlier, if the series exposed some of these characters' backstories, such as Yaruzui on how she got inspired to become a wolf, which could have made her character memorable, or perhaps a story for the wizard that was hyped up to be the strongest wolf, and yet all we got was a flashback and an appearance for a bit of an episode. Some could argue that there's so little you can do with 12 episodes. However, I believe you got to make it the best to what you can do for the time you have. As I have explained at certain parts of Bento, the fan service ate up too much time for my liking in some episodes, where we could have had potential character development or backstory to get people wanting more from the show. So after taking everything into consideration, I'll be giving the characters a 6. Animation for Bento is pretty standard, as David Productions haven't really created many hit series with the exception of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The best moments that really showed Bento's elegance and animation were the slow motion shots we came across at certain points during each battle. Animation was a bit sloppy during battle if you were to nitpick each frame by frame. Other than that, the animation for Bento is just a little above average at best. Therefore, I'll be presenting the animation with the score of 7. The soundtrack to Bento was very unique when used off battle. We had this strange mix of jazz and rock that often blended together, often making you feel high in some sense. Or was that just me? When battles take place, the soundtrack really gets you psyched for battle as it works well in harmony with the upbeat pacing that takes place in battle. Therefore, I'll award the soundtrack an 8. Overall, despite Bento's inconsistency to give every flavour to appeal to a much wider audience with its ecchi, action, comedic, and sometimes serious story, it does deliver good entertainment with all these sub-genres packed into one delicious gob that'll satisfy your appetite for any short, comedic action series out there. So after adding all the scores together based on story, characters, animation, sound, and likability, which is a new section that I just added to my reviews magically, what we get here is a 6.9 for Bento. It serves its purpose as a short and sweet series for what it is. I do recommend checking out Bento if you've seen Hataraku Maou-sama and Koro wa Zombie Desu Ka. I'm the Sly Dragon 93, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more reviews, and don't forget to check out the UAK podcast where I talk random shit with a bunch of people I kinda like. Catch you all later. Bye. Hey people, this is just a quick rundown of how my scoring is going to go for all my future reviews. So pretty much put loads of categories down on how I'm going to score it, so based on story, characters, animation, sound, and likability, these 5 factors. And so plots will take up about a good 25% of the final score. Characters will take another 25% of the score, so both plot and characters are about 50% altogether, as both of them are, in my opinion, are just as important as the other. Animation and soundtrack both take 15%, so that's about 30% for animation and sound. And as for likability, that takes the last 20%, which is my enjoyment of the series and how much I really liked it. And so once I've put all those scores together, that's pretty much a more accurate reading of what I think of the series. So with this scoring system, I wanted to take everything to an account and score it based on that, not solely on just plot and character, and just give you guys a half-assed score out of my arse. And so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave some suggestions down below because I plan on doing a discussion video, and if you like this kind of format of me kind of like being on camera here and there within the review, then please do let me know, because I'm kind of experimenting here with how to go about with the format of my reviews since I'm quite new to this. So catch you all later. This beard ain't coming off till I head back to uni, which is like a month from now, so I'll catch you all later. Bye.